Yes, the class diagram provides a graphical notation for modeling the classes. Okay, I told you that the class diagram is a three compartment structure here. Okay, here you see the first compartment is for naming the class, second is for writing the attributes, or you can call it as a variables, and the third compartment is for writing the operations. Okay, here you see class diagram is a description of a set of objects that share same attributes, operation, and the relationship. Okay, and semantics. Okay, here you see this is an overall structure of the class diagram. Okay, it is having the three partitions. The first partition is for naming the class. Here you have to write the name of the class. Second is for writing the attributes for the class, and third one is for writing the operations for the class. Yes, already we have gone through these things. Okay, here you see class name. No, here we are going to name the class. Okay, attribute. A attribute is a named property of a class that describes the object being modeled. Okay, in the class diagram, attributes appear in the second compartment, just below the name compartment. Here you see the first compartment is for naming the class. Okay, below that we are having the attribute compartment. Okay, in that we are having the attributes with related to the respective class. Here you see the name of, for example, the name of the class is person. Okay, what are the attributes with respect to the person? Here you see the name, address, birthday, and some SSN, just like a USN of the student. No, just like here SSN, some particular ID with respect to that person. Okay, all these things we are going to call it as a attributes. Next thing is the operation. Okay, operations describe the class behavior and appear in the third compartment. Here you see the person is the name of the class. Second compartment is for the describing the attributes or writing the attributes. And third one you see here, what are the operations that has been done by the person. Okay, for example, here you see a person can eat, sleep, work, play. Okay, all these are some of the operations, or we may call it them as a behavior of the person here. Okay, here you see this is a total description of the class here. It is a three compartment structure. The first compartment is for naming the class. Second compartment is for writing the attributes. Third compartment is for writing the operations that has been done by the person here. Okay, you can take the example of student. Okay, what how it will be the class diagram for the student. Okay, the first compartment, in that you have to write the student is the name of the class. Okay, what will be the attributes for the students? First, USN. Okay, USN is the, and second, name, address, birth date, and branch. Okay, all these are the some of the attributes with related to the student class. Okay, what are the operations of the student class? What are the operations of the student class? For example, attending the classes, writing the IA exams, writing the assignment. Okay, participating in the some of the events. Yes, and all these are the some of the operations of the student class. Okay, just it is a example like person class. All these things already we have gone through. Okay, yes, here you see. Yes, yes. In this slide, you see here, no? This class diagram is with respect to the account holder in the bank. Okay, account holder. Okay, in the bank. Here you see the name of the account. Okay, and here the name of the account means what? It is a current account or a saving bank account. Second compartment is what here? Customer name and balance, phone number, address, everything. But in this case, he has given only two attributes. It is just for an example here. Okay, it is a three compartments with respect to the account holder. The first one is account name. Okay, second compartment is the attributes of that one is customer name, balance. Okay, what are the operations that can be done by the account holder? Adding funds and withdrawing money from the account, transferring your money from one your account to the your other account. Yes or no? These are some of the operations of the account holder class here. Here you see and class of exam. Okay. Next one you see here. All these things already we have gone through. Convention UML diagram. No, we are going to use the UML notations for writing the class diagrams, state diagrams, and interaction diagrams here. Okay, UML symbol, Unified Modeling Language. Okay, it is going to give the symbolic notation for designing the model of the application. Okay, Unified Modeling Language. It is going some of the symbolic notations. Okay, by using which we are going to model the application. Yes or no? Yes, here you see person is the, these are just like a simple thing here, person. Again two compartments are there here. Okay, just here given only the name of the class here, person. Okay, here you see the objects. Okay, finally we are going to create the objects for the person class. Object meaning is that here we are going to supply the variable that is a person name as the object here. Here you see Joe Smith is there, no? Okay, he is the person which belongs to the person class here. How to write an object class diagram here? Object diagram, the name of the object, say colon followed by the name of the class. Okay, and make it as a underline. Okay, the name of the object, person is the general class, Joe Smith is the particular person, or you may call them as an object. Okay, followed by the name of the class. Okay, make it underlined and write it in the rectangular box here. Okay, all these are the some of the examples, okay, of the person class as an objects. Yes, same thing here. Okay, here you see person. Okay, he is go on adding the information to the respective class. Yes, so in the initial slide only I am having the person. In this next slide I am adding the information to the person class. Okay, you see I am adding the second compartment, that is the attribute compartment here. Name is there, birth date is there. Okay, this is an example for the class. With respect to the object, here you see I am supplying the what value for that variable name here. Yes or no? Name is the variable no of type string, birth date is the variable of type date. Okay, for these two I am supplying the values, yes, as an object here. Yes or no? Joe Smith is the object name followed by the name of the class to which he belongs to. Make it as a underlined. Okay, in second compartment is meant for describing the attributes, so that name and birth date are the two variables in the class person. I am supplying the value for those name and birth date, those Smith, and some value here, birth date. Okay, all these are the objects with the values here. Okay, just to see it, all these are the UML notations, Unified Modeling Language, for designing the model for an application. Next, yes, I told you that the third compartment is meant for the describing the operations of that class. Yes, here you see as an example person, yes, name and birth date, and here you see change job and change address. Okay, as an operations here. Still many are there. Just for an example sake, I have taken here. You see UML conventions used list operations in the third compartment of the class box. Okay, here you see this is the third compartment. No, this is the whole will be the class diagram. This is the third compartment which is meant for writing the operations for the class, change job and change address. Okay, all some of the operations. Okay, change phone number, change email id, all these are some of the operations of the person. Okay, next one, links and association. Okay, the next concept is links and association. Links and associations are the names for establishing the relationships among the objects and classes here. Okay, an object is an instance of the class here. Okay, indirectly, object meaning is class itself. Okay, objects are the instances of the classes here. Here you see the links and associations are the links for establishing the relationship among the objects and classes. We are going to make an relationship between the classes and objects by using the links and association. Okay. Here you see with a particular definition for the link is a link is a physical or conceptual connection among the objects. Okay, it may be physical or virtual connection between the objects For an example here, Joe Smith works for a Simplex company, or Ravi works for a TCS company. Okay, or any student. Okay, here the example is Joe Smith works for a Simplex company. Okay, this is an example of the link. Okay, I will show with an example diagram here. The next you see here, an association is a description of group of links. Here, link is an individual connection between the two objects. Here, link is an individual connection between the two objects. Okay, here association is going to describe the relationship between the classes. General. Here you see a person works for one company. Person and company are the two classes. If you are making a connection between the class and the company, it is an association. It describes the general information about the relationship between the two classes. And coming to the link, it is going to describe the and relationship between the objects of the classes. Association is going to describe the relationship between the two classes. Coming to the objects, a link is an connection between the objects. It is going to describe the how the objects are having a relationship with each other. Okay, here you see Joe Smith works for a Simplex company. Here you see Joe Smith is a particular person and Simplex company is the name of the company here. So that he is working in that company is an example for the link here. Here you see for association, the example is person is there and company is there. I don't know the name of the person. I don't know the in which company he is working for. Okay, so that it is general thing here. So that if there is a link between person class to company class, then that link or that connection we are going to call it as a association. Yes. Next you see. Okay, here you see he has given the diagram of class and objects. I hope that everything is visible on the screen now. Okay, yes, you see here class diagram, person is there, company is there. Okay, here you see there is a link from this one to this one. You see here person is here and company is here. Okay, this is a class diagram. I told you that if there is a connection between the classes, then we are going to call that as a associationship between the classes. Okay, here you see person work, person owns stock in the company. Okay, meaning is that some persons are having the some of the shares in the some companies here. The general thing here. Okay, you see person owns, you see there is a connection from this one to this one. Above the line there is a naming is there. Okay, how that class is going to related to the other class, how the person class is having the relation with company class. Okay, the relationship is owns stock. This person is having some of the shares in the some companies here. Okay, this is a association. And coming to the link, here you see object diagram. Okay, I told you that how to write the object diagram. The name of the object, colon, the name of the class to which that object belongs to. After that, the name, okay, is equal to attribute portion is there. No, in that name is there is equal to John. Okay, this is an object. Okay, here you see Mary is the name of the object belongs to the person class. Sue is the name of the object belongs to the person class. Alice object name, Jeff object name. All these are the object names belongs to the person class. In the second compartment, we are having the attribute value. We are going to provide the value for the attribute, that is a name. Name is the variable now which we have declared. For that, we are going to provide the value for that. Yes or no? All these are the objects. And here you see right side company class is there. For that company class, I am going to create the objects. Here you see GE colon company is there. GE is the name of the object and IBM. Yes, IBM is the name of the company, or you can call it as an object. Still many you can add here. Just example I am going to show. Only two companies are here: General Electric company and IBM company. Okay, this is all these are the objects with related to person class, and right hand side all these are the objects with related to company class. Okay, you see here there is some of the connections between left hand side objects to the right hand side objects. Okay, here you see there is a one-to-one connection from this one to this one. You see here, this is a link. Link is a description, okay, of the relationship between the two objects. Here you see John, John and G. These are the two objects. Okay, John is having the some of the shares in the GE company, own stock. John owns stock in GE company. Mary owns stock in GE company, and Shu owns stock in GE company, and okay, and yes, till that so having the some of the shares in IBM. Yes, all these are some of the examples of the class diagram and object diagram related to association and the links here. Association is going to describe the uh, general information between the class. Here you see association description of the group of links. Group of links means what here? That is a communicate, that is a connection between classes only, because you can create n number of objects for a class here. Here you see only one class is there. For the class I have created 1 2 3 4 5 objects here. Yes or no? So that it is going to describe the group of links, how the objects are going to have relation with the other objects. Here see person and company here. Yes, the next is association multiplicity. Okay, here you see I am going to see the multiplicity. What do you mean multiplicity? The multiplicity defines the number of objects associated with an instance of the association. Okay, the multiplicity defines the number of objects associated with an one more object. We'll see how. You see here. Okay, here you see in this example, in the last example, here you see John, Mary, and Shu. John, Mary, and Shu. All these three objects are having some of the shares in the GE company. Yes or no? John, Mary, Shu are having the some of the stocks, some of the shares in the General Electric company. Okay, here you see the three objects are related with the one object. 3 1 relationship. Multiplicity is that here 3 and 1. 3 objects are having the relation with one object. Here you see, for example, uh, you see some of the notations I am using here. Okay, here is indicator and meaning. The multiplicity, the meaning of this one is how many number of objects are having an a connection with other objects. How many times, how many objects are having the connection with other objects, how many times, that is going to be described by the multiplicity. For example, he has given two classes, car and person here. Okay, car and car is one class, person is one class. Yes or no? And above the after that I am having a line in between car and person, that is a connection between car and person. You may call it as a association. Yes, above the line near the car class I have written transports, and near the person class I have written passenger. Okay, car and person are the two classes. Okay, I am joining, I am having a relations from car to person. Above the line I have written transports and passenger. Here car is the class, person is the passenger. For class, person is the passenger. Here you see car is the class. For the car class, person is a passenger. Just like we are going to have a relation like this here. And similarly for the person class, and a person can transport a car. Person transports a car. Like this, we are going to read the association. For car, person is a passenger. Person can transport the car here. Like that, there is a relationship. And you see multiplicity in a car, maximum of 5%. In a car, 5% can sit. The the five meaning is that here in a car, okay, the number of persons sit is 5 here. The number of persons sit is 5 here. This 5, the 5 represents, I have written 5 near the end of the person, no? Okay, above the line near the end of the person class, I have written 5. This 5 represents for a car maximum, or for a car 5 persons can sit in the car. Okay, next example you see here. Here star is there. The star meaning is that here uh, more in a car, more number of persons can sit. It is not possible actually, the but for example sake I have written here. The star meaning is, here you see, first you see this all these things in the table. He has given some of the meanings for the multiplicity. 0 1, 0 1 meaning 0 dot dot 1. The meaning of this one is that here 0 or 1, 0 or 1. 1 meaning is that here only 1. 1 dot dot star meaning is 0 star, the meaning is 0 or more. 1 star meaning is 1 or more. N is there, only n. Here n is more than 1. N is any value, okay, only n where n is more than 1. Okay, next is in the next row 0 n is there. 0 to n, the meaning of this one is, you see here 0 1, 0 1 meaning is that here 0 or 1. Suppose I have written here 0 5, that is 0 to 5. 0 dotted 5, the meaning of that one is here 0 to 5 values it can satisfy. But here 0 to n is there, I don't know the value of n. Okay, with a specific value of n it can hold 0 to n, where n is more than 1. Here you see 1 to n, this is the 1 to n. So that all these notations we are going to use for describing the links and association between the classes and the objects diagrams. Yes, here you see 0 dot dot star related to 0 or more objects. Related to, here you see 0 dot dot star, the meaning of this one is, okay, related to 0 or more objects. 0 dot dot 1, the meaning of this one is related to no object or at most one object. Okay, 0 or 1, like this, 0 or it may related to 0 object or 1 object. Meaning of this one is next one, 1 dot dot star is, it can related to one object or it may related to many object. It can related to one object or it may related to many objects, but at least it may related to one object. Meaning of this one is, and here you see 1 dot dot 1, the meaning of this is related to exactly one object. Related to exactly one object. Here you see 3 dot dot 5, 3 to 5, the minimum it can have 3, maximum at most it can have 5. Okay, related to at least 3 objects and at most 5 objects. 3 dot dot 5, the meaning of this is related to at least 3 objects and at most 5 objects. Okay, and only one if you have written, the meaning is same as 1 dot dot 1. Previously we have seen, no, 1 dot dot 1, it will be same here also. If you have written only one above the association line, the meaning is it is related to only one object. And if you have written only star, same as 0 dot star star. You can write like this also, or else you can write like this also, star. The star meaning is that here it may related to 0 also, it may related to many number of objects also. Okay, all these things you should remember for writing the multiplicity for the association. For the association. Okay, here you see a car. In a car, maximum 5 persons can sit. For this diagram, no, it describes that in the car 5 persons can sit. Okay, in the third diagram you see here, in the car 0 or any number of persons can sit. According to this diagram here, it is not possible actually for more number, maximum 5 or 7, depending upon the number of seats available in the car, that many number of persons can sit. But according to this diagram, it describes that in the car 0 or more number of persons can sit. Okay, according to the star. The next diagram you see here, car is there near the person class, one dot dot star, one dot dot star. The meaning of this one is there, in the car, okay, at least one person or at most more persons can sit there. In the car, at least one person or many persons can sit in the car as a passenger. Okay, in the car, at least one person or more persons can sit as a passenger, because below this line, no, I have written passenger. That is going to describe the how the class is having a relationship with person. Yes, a car class is having the relationship with person as a passenger, no? Yes or no? Like this we are going to have the relation. Here you see car and 2 to 5. 2 to 5, the meaning is that here in the car minimum 2 persons and maximum 5 persons can sit. In the car, at least 2 persons or at most 5 persons can sit, according to this diagram. Here an association is used to show how two classes are related to each other. I told you, no, association meant for describing the relationship between the classes. Association meant for describing the relationship between the classes, and a link between the objects. It is going to describe the relationship between the objects. Link is going to describe the relationship between the objects. Okay, here you see symbols indicating multiplicity. Here you see some of the examples. Again, he has given here. All these are the classes only. Okay, all these are the classes. Here you see the employee is one class, company is one class. Okay, here you see the employees are working for one company. Star and one, star one. Here you see the number of employees working for one company. The employees working for one company. Okay, for the company class, here star is there. The star is related to employee class, one is related to company class. Here the number of employees working for one company. Okay, for a company, okay, the number of employees are working in the company, the number of employees are working. Here the number of employees are working for one company. For the company class, the number of people are working to that company. Star and one. Next you see here administrative assistant. Okay, star. Okay, it is star for administrative assistant class, and one dot dot star. One dot dot star meaning is that here one or more. One or more. The meaning of this one is what here? Maximum, sorry, at least one, or it may have more number of objects. Here you see for administrative assistant, okay, for administrative assistant class, it may have one manager or many managers. For this administrative assistant, okay, it may have one manager and many managers. Okay, for the manager class is having more number of administrative assistant. Okay, for the manager class, it may have zero. Zero is also star means zero or more number. Okay, For the manager class, it may have many or zero administrative assistant. Okay, and next is company and board of directors is there. Okay, for a one company there will be one board of directors, one to one is there. No, for a company class there will be only one board of directors, and for the board of director, for the board of directors class, okay, there will be only one company. Yes or no? Like this, I am having some of the examples here. Just go through these things. And here is the last one. Person is the class board of directors. Okay, person is a class star. Person, for the person class, it may have zero or n more number of board of directors. Yes or no? Zero or more number of board of directors. For the board of directors class, okay, it may have zero persons also, or 3 to 8. 3 dot dot 8 meaning is that here at least 3, at most 8. In between 3 and 8 is also possible. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is also possible. Okay, all these things related to multiplicity associated with association. Okay, similarly, all these are some of the examples. Yes, here you see analyzing and validating associations. Okay, here some of the things are there. Many to many association, many to many association. Here, many objects of one class may related to the all the objects of the other class. Here you see a secretary can work. For example, I have taken here a secretary is one class and the manager is the one class. Okay, a secretary can work for many managers. Okay? A single secretary can work for many managers. And one more thing, a manager can have many secretaries. Okay, this is a secretary is one class and manager is one class. Okay, a secretary can work for many managers, many relationship, and manager can have many secretaries, so that it is a many to many relationship. Here is managers can have group of secretaries. Okay, some managers might have zero secretaries also. These are possibilities there here. Here you see secretary is one class, manager is one class. Okay, secretary, supervisor for manager. Okay, secretary can work for one manager or many managers. One dotted star is there. No, a single secretary can work for one manager or many managers. Similarly, a manager can have zero secretary or a number of secretary. This star meaning is zero or many, so that from secretary to manager relationship, a secretary can work for one manager or many managers. Similarly, association from manager to secretary is a manager can have zero or a number of secretaries, so that this relationship we may call it as a many to many relationship. And here one to one relationship. For a company there is exactly one board of directors. For a one company there is only exactly one board of directors. And a board of directors belongs to only one company. A company must have a board, and board must always be some company. Here you see diagram. Here company is one class, board of directors is one class. Okay, company is having only one board of directors, and this board of director, okay, is belongs to the only one company. This is a one to one relationship. This is a one to one relationship. For example, you can take an example of our college only. uh, College and principal. College is one class, principal is one class, so that there is a one to one relationship. Okay, a college is having only one principal, and a principal is belongs to the only one college. Okay, college and principal. For a college, okay, only one principal will be there, and that principal is going to belongs to only one college. Here, that is a one to one relationship. Next one, association ends. Association ends. Associations have ends. No, I have written two classes here. After that, I am joining the two classes with a line. That line we may call it as an association between the two classes. It is going to describe the relationship between the two classes or between any number of classes. Here you see the associations have the ends. They may have names. Okay, association ends. Here you see association ends. No, they may have names, role names. Here you see near the person class I have written above the line employee, and near the company class I have written the employer. Okay, association ends have the names which describes how that class is having an relationship with other class. Association ends have the names that is going to describe that how that class is having an relationship with other class. Okay, with this example you see here person and company are the two classes. Okay, a person is an employer for the company. Okay, a person, for this person class, this company is an employer. Okay, for this person class, the company is an employer. And here you see in the above this line works for, no, a person works for company. Works for is the association description. Okay, person works for company. Here employee and employer association end names. So association end names. Okay, here you see for this person this company will be the employer. Okay, for this company this person is the employee. Like this we are going to understand the relationship between the classes here. For this company, for this person class, this company will be the employer, and similarly for this company this person will be the employee. Like this we are going to have a relationship between the classes here. This works for is a general description between the person and company. Person and company. Okay, like this we are going to have the association end names. All these things he has described again. Yes, tomorrow I am going to continue with the remaining concepts. Another two classes I required to complete this second module. Okay, however I am going to complete this module by Monday. By Monday or Tuesday, along with Vam Punji sir is going to continue with the third module or a fourth module. Okay, for your syllabus, for the internal, okay, we'll let you know in the next week. Okay, just wait for a while.